Welcome into DMV Sports Media here. Gio Monteroso on the call. This is the home of the Super Soccer League. This is the semifinals in Division One. Bowleys Athletics takes on Baltimore City. This is a matchup that's definitely one you want to keep an eye on. Two teams that are absolutely building something phenomenal, both from the fan engagement to the competitive nature on the field. Bowleys in their traditional blue will be the home side, and Baltimore City as well with their traditional yellow. It's going to be an exciting matchup here today. Winner goes on to face whoever the winner is of Team United versus Steel Pulse, which is another game in itself with a lot of caliber to it. But before we dive into the action here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button, as this is going to be a game to watch out for. Going back into the storylines here, Baltimore City, off the back of an instant promotion from joining Division 2 in Division 1, earns their ticket to semifinals of the playoffs. If you're a Baltimore City fan, if you're a Baltimore City member, staff, player, what have you, I'm writing it down as a successful season already. To move any further beyond this is just cherry on top. Bowleys, on the other hand, a team that has been consistently competing, whether if it's against Steel Pulse, whether it's against familiar foes. This is, for them, I would say, the bare minimum. And a reminder here, Bowleys is coming off of a victory here in their UPSL season against Bridgeport. So a lot to be expected here in this semifinal. Chris Yoakum being the captain for Bowleys, Lucas Mueller on the captain's bands for Baltimore City. This is going to be an exciting matchup here. We're going to do the traditions, walk out to the midfield, take a moment, and no anthem. We'll dive right into the action. Waiting for a few players for Baltimore City to come on out and line up as we have the walkout of the starting 11. Players to look out for on Bowleys side: Greg Adams, who had a huge night last night. Taiwo making the starting 11. Chris Yoakum and Copeland for Bowleys. On the other side, you have Lucas Miller in goal, who's been phenomenal this season. You also have Fukusuma, who, for me, talk about a player that has an engine. He never stops fighting. He never stops going. So he's definitely a player to look out for. Grenier as well. It's just, you name them, honestly, these starting 11 are any players you should watch. Do a quick walkout and exchange of hands, and we should get started here momentarily. Tony Arreavacas, the coach of Baltimore City, making an entrance here. He has spent quite a few games on the field this season for Baltimore City. It's always a good thing if you're a player to be able to see your coach in action. Now, we're talking about a coach that's actively playing for his team. And with good measure, the results have been everything they needed to be. Bowleys is going to be in the blue, going from left to right on your screen. Baltimore City in the yellow from right to left on your screen. Baltimore City coming together here for the last couple quick notes to take before we dive into this. I'm going to dub it New Baltimore rivalry here. Obviously, Baltimore City looks to Christos as their biggest opponent, as both of them are based in Baltimore. Bowleys quarters just outside of Baltimore. But this is one of the few teams based out of Baltimore or the nearby surrounding areas. The others being Beer Hall, who missed out against Team United, who is currently playing Steel Pulse. So we'll get a quick update on that score line here in just a second as we get ready to kick off here in Hammond High School. Current 0-0 over at Milford. Team United versus Steel Pulse. Looks like Bowleys is going to get us started here. Greg Adams to step up to get us underway for Bowleys. The back line of Bowleys, traditional Copeland, Kreider, Yoakum, and Zinklin making his way back onto the back line for Bowleys. And we are off here in the semifinals of the Maryland Super Soccer League. Bowleys gets us started. Bowleys is going to be very direct. As per usual, they love to take that very direct approach, and Baltimore City does well to fold the plan. And now here comes Baltimore City. Can they mount a counter very early on? Last night, Bowleys was able to strike early. This time, it looks like it's Baltimore City who's going to be on the front foot. Dan Greenier, another player that should be on watch for this match. Towering figure was the one who put them to this point right here. A throw in here for Baltimore City. Cyrus sends it in, and just a little too much there. Jason Cyrus in the number 8. It's going to be Austin Hyde to get us back underway. That name was shouted quite a few times this whole season. We'll see what his performance will bring tonight. Bowleys start establishing possession. Baltimore City does well to cut it out, and now here comes City Greenier. Able to keep possession. Oh, I lied. He does go out of bounds here for a throw-in in favor of the home side. Zinklin is going to take the throw-in, plays it in to Davis. Jerome Davis. I said Jeremiah last night. I want to make sure I correct that. Spend time with Bridgeport's and Chiefs United, now sporting a Bowleys athletic uniform. Cut out here by Baltimore City, an overlapping run. Greenier's on. He finds them, takes a turn, and just ran out of space there. Early signs of Baltimore City. Ball goes all the way back to Lucas Miller, to Stanowski. Stanowski, another player to keep an eye out on the Baltimore City roster. Big switch here. Fukasuma tried the through ball. Fukasuma, we talked about his engine. Oh, there it is. Does fall a little bit short there. It's going to be a corner here for Baltimore City. Fukasuma stand over top of it, sends it in. Oh, what a save from Hyde. The header just escaping And the save, keeping it 0-0. The header coming off of, hold on, I'll get that confirmation here in a second. Here comes Baltimore City. Number 6, Oliver, who was the player who initially put that header onto the hands of Austin Hyde. A big through ball here to Fukusuma, able to bring it down, plays it on, still with Baltimore City, and finally the pressure comes and the ball exchanges hands. And now here comes Bowleys, who's been kept mostly on their half. Baltimore City's doing well to keep the pressure on. Again, they pull it off, and now here comes City once again. Oh, great cutback, able to find his teammate. However, Copeland wins the ball and then just as quickly loses it. Pressure coming. Oh, the ball's played in. Takes a turn, and referee says that is offsides. Head coach Tony Aravakis losing possession there. Arabiakis, I should say. Losing possession there for Bowleys. Now it's Kreider. Kreider's going to look to get a little bit more vertical here for Bowleys. Copeland, or sorry, Yoakum, I should say, puts Davis under pressure, and the ball does turn over here. It's going to be a throw in here for Yoakum. Opts to go very vertical, looking for Taiwo. Forced to go all the way back to Lucas Miller. Jude Oliver. Costa plays it to Oliver. Oliver, correction, Cyrus. Cyrus goes all the way back to Sinowski. Sinowski plays it to a center back pairing, and now it's Oliver. Baltimore City finding some time, and great communication there. There's the cross, no one home, but it was the right idea. Now Austin Hyde is going to get the ball rolling with Victor Bravo. It's amazing that how quick of a turnaround Bowleys has had from last night's game to today. Davis under pressure from Logan Aranda. Logan Aranda, another player for Baltimore City that has absolutely had a wonderful season. I'm talking about two rosters that are top tier for Fukusuma. All the great opportunity, and just as quick, the opportunity escapes Baltimore City, and now it's Bowleys on the counter. Greg Adams forced to go a little deeper, and Davis under pressure, losing possession. Now here comes Baltimore City. Looms able to keep possession, plays it to Greenier. Now Greenier to Sinowski. And now Baltimore City has found their rhythm with Johnson. Now Fukusuma taking the space, tried to get in across, but not able to with the pressure. And now Baltimore City can take a bit of a respite here. Baltimore City opting to switch the point of attack. Not able to really put too much pressure there. Sinowski. Now Oliver. Baltimore City slowing the play as the blow for blow wasn't really getting them much of anywhere. I'm going to look to pick apart Bowleys here. One thing I will say about the Quarter Boys is they hold a shape very well. Baltimore City is going to look to find gaps in the shape. Through the ball here. It's a little bit too much on it. Goes out for a throw-in. Baltimore City gets the throw in here. Johnson under pressure. Bailed out by Sinowski. Sinowski to Oliver. Oliver, lovely ball through the midfield. Now Cyrus under pressure. Does lose possession, but referee does not like the contact from Cyrus. Cyrus, an absolute pit bull in that midfield. Will definitely fight for every inch Baltimore City can win. Kreider to Zinklin. Zinklin plays it to Victor under pressure. Abiavakis, Baltimore City coach, making things a little bit uncomfortable there for Baltimore City, or sorry, for Bowleys. Copeland opts to go very vertical, but just way too much there. Yoakum was the intended target. Ball starts with Lucas Muller here. Throw in from Baltimore City. Lucas Muller opts to go to Looms. Looms takes a touch under pressure. Still with Looms, and finally it does exchange hands. And now here comes Baltimore City again under pressure. What a battle there. Referee says it was too much contact there from Michael Carter, one of the newer players for Bowleys. Dila was the initial player that started that play for Katrina. Oh, it's a great ball, and he's on. Can he find the cross? He takes his space, does find the cross. Heavy touch from Cyrus, and forced to recycle here, and now through ball. Oh, a little awkward situation there caused by Johnson. Copeland tried to send the clearance out and rebounds off of Yoakum. Kreider to Hyde to Copeland. Davis under pressure. Yoakum opts to go. And now here comes Cyrus for Baltimore City. A through ball here. Aranda not able to get to it, but the intent was correct. Hyde quickly looking for Tywell. I think it was a bit of miscommunication there, and goes out for a throw in favor of Baltimore City. Cyrus, a lot of pressure around him. Let's get bailed out here from Johnson, not Oliver. Baltimore City's been doing so well keeping this possession. I would say that they have majority of the possession this half, but no real opportunities have come from that possession. Something similar we've seen for most of the season for Bowleys is the transitional play is their strong suit. Let's see if today is any different. Yoakum to Davis. Switching point of attack with Kreider. Now here comes Bravo. Bravo has plenty of space and time. Forced to cut back from Grenier. Copeland. Oh, there's a great ball here. And the pressure from Baltimore City forcing Bowleys to reset. Kreider. I will say both of these teams very patient in the play, not causing early on errors. Kreider looking for the through ball. Obviously Greg Adams is the intended target, but cut out by Baltimore City. Looms losing possession there. Don't think he realized where he was on the field. Zinklin. Heading it back with Kreider. Copeland now. Kreider. Can he take the space? Oh, lovely piece of work here. Adams leaves it there for Vitella. Vitella not able to get the contact he wanted, but that was a beautiful string of passes right there. It was put together very well, just not really leading to anything. For all those tuning in, welcome in to DMV Sports Media, the home of the Super Soccer League. This is Bowleys taking on Baltimore City to earn passage to the final of the Maryland Conference. Obviously, winner here, or winner in the final, will go on to play Virginia's champion. Currently being contested between Virginia Dreams and Los Toros. Last season, Los Toros winning between the two. We'll see if this season is any different. Hyde under pressure here. Fukasua. So smart with the pressure. Miller here for Baltimore City. Playing it to Sanoski. Sanoski taking it wide. Taiwo just tipping it past Aranda, and possession stays with Bowleys. Bravo. Scanning. Forced to go back to Copeland. Oh, miscommunication and a turnover here. Johnson's the one that comes out with it. And now here comes Baltimore City establishing the play. Both teams doing very well to not quickly lose possession. A little bit of a chess match early on. It's going to be Rabiakis. Head coach of Baltimore City, looking to do a long throw, sends it into the box. Fukasua puts it on, and Greenier has the contact, but Austin Hyde gets the better of the two. Victor Bravo bailing out Hyde. Now Copeland. Bowleys to go very vertical. Taiwo not able to get the touch. Sanoski winning possession there for Baltimore City. Now here comes the City. Oh, lovely ball here. Oh, it was well cut out by Carter. Tequila, sorry. Tequila again. Adams really deep here. Now it's Davis. And Bowleys moving the ball here. Gaining a little bit of ground here on Baltimore City's half. Just quickly forced to retreat. Oh, lovely ball here. Taiwo not able to turn on that. Sanoski sees it out for a throw in favor of Baltimore City. I was right. Bowleys players had me questioning myself, but it is a throw in here for the City. Now, Bowleys will get this off. Yoakum to Copeland. Copeland to Kreider. Quick pressure, and Kreider gets brought down. Bowleys shouting for a yellow from the contact there. Referee saying not enough to make that call. The pressure is coming from the coach of Baltimore City. Adams in a great position versus Sanoski, but Sanoski does well to win possession, and Taiwo get in the fray. Eventually, Greenier comes out with possession for the city. Now, can Baltimore City find an outlet here for their attack? I feel like both teams have not really found a very threatening outlet. It's been very much a cagey chess match where teams have won a little bit of ground and not really been able to pick out a pass or create an opportunity that is one of goal scoring caliber. Here comes Kreider. Kreider to Davis. Back to Copeland. Looks like there are some substitutions warming up for Baltimore City. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. A reminder here that in the Super Soccer League it is unlimited substitutions. So with that bear in mind, you will see players rotating in and out. Already 20 minutes have passed in the first half, another 25 left to go. And no real clear established dominance, while Baltimore City has had the lion's share of possession. It really hasn't amounted to anything, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters here. Great defense by Looms. Now it's Kreider. Kreider to Zinklin. Zinklin playing in. Matella, sorry. Baltimore City again, ending any kind of hopes of attack for Bowleys. Now Yoakum finding some space, but ultimately cut out by Aranda. Greenier in the midfield. Now it's Cyrus. Cyrus plays the Fukusuwa. And the through ball, and Kreider is there. Does well to win that possession. It's a battle if we've seen one tonight. Referee said that is enough contact. Head coach from Baltimore City. Vallecas not too happy with the call. We'll have to keep a mindful eye of the communication. The referee not too excited. Did call the contact. That was a great little stint battle between Vallecas and Kreider. We'll have to keep an eye out on that because that wasn't the first time those two collided. We'll see what happens here. Zinklin opts to go to Taiwo. Miscommunication there. Victor just turning it over right into the feet of Fukusuwa. Beautiful cut back there. And now Cyrus forced to cut back, and all the great effort seemingly dying out here. Now it's going to be back to Oliver. Again, both of these teams have not really found what's going to work for them. They're both trying to instill their rhythm. Oh, Sanoski trying a vertical ball, trying to catch Bowleys asleep here. Oh, there's the contact, and good idea from Coach Aravaikis. However, not able to find his teammate. Nobody was home, but lovely ball from Aranda, or cutback from Aranda. Putting some skill moves on display. And again, Bowleys holding shape, forcing Baltimore City to scan balloons. To Johnson. Johnson played it out wide. The idea was right, just the execution, not what they wanted. Zinklin absolutely whiffing that throw in. Now, Oliver to Sanowski. It's kind of what I see Baltimore City doing. It's kind of like what we've seen in the past from some of these other but another big local club here, and that of Christos, where they lull you into a false sense of security, where Bowleys has seemingly had every single answer for Baltimore City. I would keep an eye out if Baltimore City is just trying to lull Bowleys into a false sense of security. On the other side, we talk about the transitional play for Bowleys. We've seen it on display in every league they've played in. Bowleys hasn't really had the opportunity to display that. I'll hold that thought here as Baltimore City is starting to develop something here. Aranda takes in the space, plays in Greenier. Greenier, can he get to it? He does, puts it on the ground, and no one's there to tap it in, but the play is not over. Another cross, and here's an opportunity, and just as quick blocked. However, Baltimore City is still on the front foot, plays it in, and then finally Victor's able to come through, and now Bowleys can have a little bit of a respite, but not for too long. Oh, beautiful move from the coach. Cuts it in. Can he get it off the ground? Still has space. Puts it in the cross, and what a save from Austin Fukuzawa. Absolutely getting robbed there. Let's see that replay. It is going to be a corner for Baltimore City. Fukuzawa inches away from getting that into the back of the net. Hyde does absolutely everything correct to keep it out. Now it's going to be a Baltimore City corner. Ball sent in. Back post was the goal, but went a little bit too much. But then a second attempt, and Austin Hyde again with collecting the play. Let's take a look at that replay as Austin Hyde absolutely puts it way too high up in the air. And it's a yellow card for Oliver. Foul occurred back here. Was in the middle of the replay. However, Oliver has been given the first yellow card of the match from the contact, referee not liking. It's number 6 for Baltimore City, Jude Oliver. Welcome to all those tuning in for this Baltimore City versus Bowleys Athletic. And here comes Bowleys now, applying the pressure. You hear it from Austin Hyde telling his team to go at Baltimore City. If they're looking to do something right now, it's the chance. Oh, great touch from Fukuzawa, but the referee says that is offside. The touch, however, I'm going to take a look at that one. The referee does, sideline official. Look at that beautiful touch right there. Got it in the position where he could just keep the forward progression, but Austin Hyde closing out any angles. It would have ended up in a corner, but sideline official waved that off as an offside. Now it's going to be Bowleys with the restart. Yoakum under pressure from Miranda. Forced to offload with Taiwo to Victor Bravo. Oh, great touch, but very little space as Johnson pounces on that heavy touch, and Copeland does return the favor, and now Davis with the turn, keeping possession. Adams back to Davis. Davis, through ball, intended target was Fuentes, who's made his way onto the field. And now Baltimore City. Randa plays it to Loons. Loons absolutely has fields of space. Opts to cut inwards. Plays it out wide to Fukusua. Can he get the cross in? He does. Oh my, inches was that goal right there. It was Loons making the run into the middle of the box there. Wasn't able to make the contact. See if we can... I'll hold that thought as Oliver gives me not even a second to show that play. As we get back underway, Sinowski. And to all those tuning in, welcome in. This is DMV Sports Media, the home of the Super Soccer League. I'm Gio. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, as we draw closer to that halftime whistle, drop those scores in the chat. Love to see what your alliances are. Love to see what your predictions are. See if anyone is studying this game. I don't want to say more than me because I'll hold that thought, because Austin Hyde under pressure, calm, cool, collected, just flicks it over. And now Bowleys has an opportunity on Baltimore City. They have to act a little bit quicker before numbers get back. Oh, Fuentes not able to get the touch. Loons gets the better of the two, plays it back to Lucas Miller. Now here comes Baltimore City on the opposite way. Aranda with a touch. Cyrus sees his teammate making a run. Now it's going to be Baltimore City. Oh, miscommunication there. The ball goes into the feet of Jerome Davis. Oh, big tackle there. Referee says play on. Fukusua plays it in. The shot is on. And it was blocked. And now another shot blocked again. And now it's going to go out for a corner. Copeland forced to put life and limb on the line. Maybe not that serious, but there is the shot from Baltimore City coach. Ultimately goes out for a Baltimore City corner. Vikis. Now it's Randa who sends it in. Cross Fukusua, and again, nothing that was going to beat Austin Hyde. Bowleys now trying to get something going here. Baltimore City doing well to cut it out. Ball does end up going all the way back to Austin Hyde. Copeland. Kreider asking for some calmness in his team. Taiwo, the intended target, was waved off as offsides. It's going to be Lucas Muller now. A little under 13 minutes here. Time is starting to wear down for the first 45, but again, most of this half has been both of these two teams figuring each other out, feeling each other out, seeing where there are some deficiencies. It's been the last couple of minutes that action's really kind of sprung out. Sinowski's gonna ball back underway for Baltimore City. Vallecas finds Aranda and back to him. Oh, it's a great through ball for Fukusua, but not able to keep possession. Now it's Bowleys. Great tackle and a shot. saw his name in lights. Unfortunately, didn't fall as such. Good confirmation of who that shot came from. Actually didn't quite see. Looked like it was number 14 for Baltimore City. It's going to be Da Costa. Yeah, it was number 14. Substitution here for Bowleys. Taiwo making his way off the field, and looks like one of the Adams brothers makes his way on. Daniel Adams. Greg Adams, a younger brother. So now we have the two Adams brothers on the field. Pressure coming from Miranda. Yoakum taking his time, playing it to Kreider. Kreider opts to go back to Yoakum. Bowleys keeping possession between Daniels and Greg Adams. And then a through ball here for Sinklin. Sinklin, can he get to it? Runs out of real estate, and the through ball came from Daniel Adams. Not able to get to it.
Pick someone up, let's go!
Looms.
Load it, give it help! Load it, give it help line!
Sends it in. And I would go as far to say that it's not too much time is going to be added. Fuentes losing possession for Bowleys. And now here comes Aranda. Aranda cuts back under pressure from Yoakum, loses possession. Now Yoakum making a run here on the sideline. Aranda returns the favor and wins the ball back for Baltimore City, just to be given away. And now it's Davis. Davis looking to pick out a through ball. Not really resulting into what he wanted. Davis collision with Victor Bravo. Now Fukusua putting Kreider under pressure. Able to come out of that. Baltimore City gets the better of that duel. Baltimore City not coming out of their half as clean as they have been. And now offsides from Fuentes. A great through ball there from Greg Adams. But as I was mentioning, Baltimore City has been so clean these last 30 minutes and now, or 35 minutes. Now, getting a little bit of sloppy with the transitional play, allowing Bowleys to really keep the pressure and really keep them on their side. Baltimore City is going to have to tweak a little bit how they're coming out from their side. Oliver, reminder, he is on a yellow card. Second yellow will lead into a red card, and that you don't want to see for Baltimore City. Grenier coming really deep here to collect the ball. Lucas Muller. Opts to go long. Oh, it's a great ball. Baltimore City finds himself in a great position, but Zenklin does well to recover and put pressure on that. Oh, great communication there. Austin Hyde comes out and collects. Villakis, sorry. Baltimore City's head coach, Villakis, not able to get to it. Now, Bowleys also not really clean with coming out of their halves. Grenier with a shot, had the venom. There's no direction, sails wide. Grenier absolutely with barely any pressure, had all the time in the world to set that up, have it, just the execution and the contact, not really putting any kind of danger or putting Bowleys in any kind of danger. Substitutions here. Looks like Victor Bravo comes on out for Bowleys and comes in number 26, Nathan Kreider. Now we have both the Kreiders and both the Adams, the head coach of Baltimore City, absolutely picking the pockets of Bowleys, but not able to put it into the back of the net. Let's take a look at that replay. Reading that pass and able to win the possession, but Austin, just as well as Baltimore City, was able to read that and cut out the angles, and it's all nil-nil affair here. Two greatly timed interceptions and interferences for both Araviakis and Austin Hyde. Now Fuentes puts on Adams with a through ball, and now Sanoski forced to intervene there. Fuentes back to Adams. Adams sends in the cross, and it goes out for a corner. Consolation prize for Daniel Adams. It's going to be a goal kick for Bowleys. Absolutely gets set. It was put on a platter, and then no nonsense clearance sends it flying. Gonna take a look at the other game to see what the current score line is. Throw in here for Bowleys to get us back underway. Bit of exchanges here, and he goes out again for a throw in. Looks like Steel Pulse is currently leading Team United 1-0. Bowleys gets us back underway. Yoakum to Adams, to Fuentes, but Aranda cuts it out, and referee calls a foul in favor of Aranda. Baltimore City here. Lucas Mueller actually going to step up to get us back underway. A little bit under, I should say, just a little bit more than 4 minutes left of this first half. You can assume not much time is going to be added here. Not much stoppage has occurred in the play, so you can assume a couple seconds of stoppage time. Here comes Baltimore City. Cyrus tried to put Fukuzawa on a through ball there, kind of a through ball, potentially a weak shot, but either way, Austin Hyde comes out and collects, and that's the most dangerous play we've seen in the past couple seconds, aside from the Greenier shot and the turnover caused by the head coach of Baltimore City. Pretty much summarizes the threatening attempts from Baltimore City. Bowleys, however, has only had one. So, you were to put a who's had a better half out there, I'd say Baltimore City's had the better half, both in possession and both in number of chances. See if that continues in the second half. For now, both teams I would assume, wouldn't mind going into the break 0-0. City, though, looks like they're starting to have other ideas, and Bowleys winning possession here. Now Kreider gets absolutely brought down from Loon. Kreider is rolling around there, but looks like he's going to be fine. Referee calls the foul on the contact, and Kreider's going to slowly make his way up from getting tackled. And now, older brother Kreider. Nathan Kreider was the player that was brought down. Ryan Kreider is the player standing over top of the ball. We'll see what Bowleys does with this opportunity. Sent in. Take a little odd of a curve, but just Ryan Kreider putting way too much onto that. Lucas Mueller to get us back underway. A little under a minute and a little over a minute and a half of this first period. Lucas Mueller sending flying. Cyrus comes out. Here's an opportunity for Fukusua. Is he able to get there? Running out of real estate and going just out of bounds for Fukusua. Bowleys gonna force to start really deep in their half. Sinklin plays it in for Davis. Davis to Kreider. Ryan Kreider, that is. Now it's Copeland. Copeland playing it to Chris Yoakum. Yoakum forced to go back. Big boot down the field from Kreider. Ryan Kreider not able to find his intended target, but Cyrus, with the move, lovely piece of work there. Let's see if we can take a look at that quick replay as Loon's forced to go back to the defense. Look at this lovely piece of play in between two players. You absolutely have to love the skill move there. Bowleys winning possession from Aranda. Aranda trying to get the possession back, but ultimately going into the way of Bowleys. Fuentes tried it. Fukusua said, not today. Let's see if we can take a look. You got to highlight. Referee says that's all for the first half, but we're going to take a look at this tackle from Fukusua, who said absolutely not today. All squared affair here in Hammonds High School, where we just had a few seconds of stoppage time. Nothing to boast home about. It's all 0-0. Baltimore City having the lion's share of possession. Baltimore City having the lion's share of attempts on goal. We're going to take a quick break, but before we sign off here for the midpoint break, do make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we'll be back for the next 45. Here, Hammonds Field, it is a 0-0 affair. In Milford Mill, in the other semifinals, Steel Pulse leads 1-0. We'll be right back for the second half of Bowleys versus Baltimore City. Welcome back to DMV Sports Media, the home of the Super Soccer League. We return for the second half of Baltimore City versus Bowleys here in Hammond High School. Currently 3 minutes left in the other match. Steel Pulse leads Team United 1-0. Such an exciting matchup over in Milford. We'll see. We have 45 minutes here left of this match. We'll see who's gonna, if obviously Steel Pulse stays in the position that they're in, who's gonna find Steel Pulse and face Steel Pulse in the final. 45 minutes here to decide who that will be. A reminder here, if things stay all tied, we're gonna go right into PKs here at Hammond High School. As everyone is coming on in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button. I'm Gio, this is DMV Sports Media. We'll be getting underway here shortly as the referee brings on both of the teams onto the field. This is the home of the Super Soccer League. Winner here will go on to face Steel Pulse in the semifinals, in the finals, assuming that everything stays 1-0 in favor of Steel Pulse. Here at Hammond High School, we'll have Baltimore City getting us started with possession. Baltimore City in the yellow, going from left to right this half. Bowleys Athletics in the blue, going from right to left. And 45 minutes to determine who will move on to the final. Baltimore City opting to go very vertical, very quickly. I will say in the other channel, currently, Milford Mill, Team United nearly getting their equalizer off of a set piece. Bowleys here. It's going to be big switch here. Baltimore City hits it out of bounds for a Bowleys throw in. As I was mentioning, the winner here is going to move on to potentially face Steel Pulse, who is currently leading 1-0 in Milford, right? I think whoever loses this match between Baltimore City and Bowleys, it's going to be felt hard done, because both of these teams have been playing very, very clinical. It's been spot on, systematic. Each team has had, I don't want to say the same amount of chances, because Baltimore City has had the lion's share of chances, but both of the teams have had responses for everything each other have done. As we just say, Bowleys picks the pocket of Baltimore City's, and Davis puts in a through ball. Adams puts it on. Lucas Mueller, the hero of the moment. That's the first big opportunity for Bowleys, and the first time we've seen Lucas Mueller have to really step up to make a save here. And now Baltimore City find themselves in a bit of a pressure. Loons correction. That's Da Costa forced to hit it off of Yoakum to cause a turnover here. The throw in here for Baltimore City. Sends it in. Stays with Baltimore City. They're absolutely playing the line. The referee says that's too much contact from the head coach of Baltimore City, Araviakis. Now it's going to be a Kreider free kick for Bowleys. Now Kreider's finally going to step up to it after some talking to right there. Sends it in. Can someone make contact to it? It's Cyrus who hits it out. The Bowleys is right on it, but finally Baltimore City finds themselves on a break. Fukusuwa, Copeland with a huge tackle there, absolutely stopping every single opportunity of Baltimore City getting on that front foot. Let's take a look at that tackle from Copeland there on Fukusuwa. Full stretch. Honestly, any mistake in that, you're looking at a last man foul. Perfectly timed, and now Baltimore City finds themselves in a throw-in on Bowleys' half. It's a square ball. Greenier, the contact. Aranda not able to, does get a second opportunity, but I want to say it was inches from Aranda maybe putting Baltimore City up by one, but the second opportunity really not amounting to much. I would raise the question is how Bowleys allowed Aranda to get 2 attempts in that narrow space, but for now, Bowleys can breathe and know that it didn't even matter. Davis quickly takes it, looking to go to Greg Adams. Sinowski under pressure is going to force to go into the box and find Oliver. Oliver finally clears it out for Baltimore City. Now Copeland doing battle with the head coach of Baltimore City. Fukusuwa putting Austin Hyde under pressure. And now here comes Bowleys. Can they find their way out? The transitional play not in favor of Bowleys. That is their strong suit. I will say I heard in the half that the head coach of Baltimore City was happy with the performance that Baltimore is having. He's saying that the consistent pressure and keeping possession has caused Bowleys to feel a little out of comfort, I should say. And for right now, that's what it looks like. A through ball from Sinowski finds the cross. The contact was not there, and who else but the head coach of Baltimore City not able to make the contact. Let's take a look at that. I'll hold that thought. Was not able to capture that, but the cross coming from the Costa. Now Davis here. Yoakum to Copeland. Now Kreider to Copeland. Send it down the field. Baltimore City does well to cut it out. Oh, lovely piece of play there from Cyrus. Now Fukusuwa not able to get there. Bowleys gets us back underway. Kreider's gonna take his time and update here at the other field. So all squared affair, a 1-1 game. Team United scoring at the 88th minute, making it 1-1. A reminder, any outside of stoppage time goes right into PKs. Same will be said here if no one is able to break the deadlock. Currently, we have on our hands Bowleys taking possession from Baltimore City. Davis leaving it for Yoakum. Yoakum not able to get possession. Does get bailed out. Now it's Yoakum again against Aranda. This has been a battle to watch. Yoakum wins a throw-in for his team off of the back foot of Aranda. Yocum plays it to Davis. Davis scanning, tried the chip to Greg Adams, not able to get there. And now Nathan Kreider getting in the mix, and now it's Fukusua. Not able to get the pass off. He won it. Araviakas kiss. Not able to get the pressure on. Now it's Adams. Still Adams. Getting tangled up there. Now has pressure immediately on him. Relieves himself and then gets the cross in. It's well blocked by Oliver. Bowleys again keeping possession. Oh, what a block there from Fukusua, doing it on both sides. Zinklin thought he had a cross there for himself, but Fukusua making the slide tackle and hitting it out of bounds, and now it's going to be a Bowleys throw in here. Big throw in here. The cross is in. However, Daniel Adams clearly out of bounds.
Good boys, good job.
Correction, that was Carter. Michael Carter in the 44 who was called offsides. Now Sanowski gonna get us back underway. Johnson to DaCosta. Now it's Johnson again. Through ball here for the head coach. Fukusua doing everything he's supposed to. Throw in here for Baltimore City. Loons going all the way back to Oliver. Oliver to Cyrus. Cyrus, lovely piece of work. Greenier plays it into the box, but it was cut out by Victor Bravo. Actually, that was actually Carter. Fukusua keeps possession. Cyrus. Fuentes with a tackle, goes out of bounds. Reminder here that next weekend it will be the Division II promotional game between Frederick Kings versus Hybrid, who actually today earned that spot that spot into the playoffs as they faced Etihad. There's a shot and almost into the back of the net. That comes off of the foot of Cyrus. That's the first warning shot for Bowleys. As I was saying, Frederick Kings obviously already secured their spot into the promotional playoffs, but Hybrid earning their spot this morning as they beat Etihad 2-0. So next Sunday at 11 a.m. we will have Hybrid take on Frederick Kings. Peru United obviously sealing their entry into Division I, a team that spent quite a few seasons in Division II. A big congratulations to the first seed team, Peru United, as they earn promotion into Division I. Obviously, Baltimore Kickers of Division I being the last place team relegated into Division II. And the winner here will face the winner of Steel Pulse versus Team United, which is currently still all squared. Baltimore City has an opportunity here. Davis making a slide tackle, preventing Fukusua to getting the shot off, and now here comes Baltimore City once again, cut out by Carter, but pressure hasn't been alleviated as Baltimore City finds themselves again on the front foot. with head coach Iraviacas. Steel Pulse just putting away goal number 2 and potentially finding themselves into the final, and it looks like it came from the foot of I'll hold that thought as Cyrus winds himself up for a shot but ends up cutting it back, plays it to the head coach. The square ball, a lot of Baltimore City players in the box, and Carter finally relieving the pressure for Bowleys. I was going to say Diarra Zumana putting Steel Pulse into the final, and a heartbreaker for Team United. Looks like there's a player down for Bowleys. Looks like it's Kreider. Not sure what happened. Didn't quite see the contact, but Kreider is currently down. All right, Kreider is back up. The ball's going to go all the way here with Lucas Muller to get us back underway. Fukasua taking the touch. Davis trying to put on Adams. Shinoski getting the better of the two. And now DaCosta playing it to Greenier. Greenier, offsides call on the head coach. Quickly started forward. Bowleys. And update here at the other field with the last minute or last second goal from Steel Pulse earns their way into the finals. A heartbreaking turn of events for Team United. Oh, that's an absolute criminal tackle from Sanoski. But referee calls it in favor of Sanoski. Let's take a look at that. I actually don't agree here with the official. It looks like the contact came after the player got in between him and the player, or the ball. Let's take a look at the replay one more time. Greg establishing, it looks like Sanoski just caught Greg on the ankle as he tried to shield the ball and getting in between Greg and the ball, and now Adams making his way back onto his feet. There was contact there, and while it wasn't clear, I tend to lean more towards foul in favor of Bowleys, but referee has decided. And honestly, the angle I see it at, it could have gone either way. Sanoski. Direction, Lucas Muller is going to stand over top of it. Sends it in for his teammate. Now Baltimore City losing possession, but getting possession just as quick. And now here comes Lucas Muller looking for Loons. Fukasua, that's the engine that can. Gets tackled. Referee calls that in favor of Baltimore City. Now Oliver's going to step up, play it to Sanoski. Sanoski is going to take the space. And Greenier. Now it's Aranda. Aranda. Great decision playing it out wide. The cross sent in. The header, but Austin Hyde saw that from the contact till it was into his hands. Now Greg Adams tried to leave it for his teammate, forced to carry it, beats Sanoski, still Sanoski, gets bailed out here. Oh, lovely turn from Kreider. And a slide tackle there, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Sanoski, absolute beautiful slide tackle there. Now Yoakum's going to step up for the throw-in. Yoakum quickly takes it to Davis. Davis plays it out to Kreider. Kreider sends it in. Greg Adams, heavy touch, still staying into it. Carter tried to flick it onto himself, but was cut out by Johnson. Johnson looking for the coach, finding the coach, and getting off the races, finding Aranda. Aranda trying to get a shot off, isn't able to. Austin Hyde coming up with a save, and that's all she wrote for that attack. Baltimore City again having more of the chances, but not more of the clear chances. Adams working absolutely at a high rate just to get that possession back from Aranda, who initially took it off of his foot. Baltimore City back in possession. Johnson, Oliver, Loons. And that is the end of the attack for Baltimore City. Carter. Fuentes losing possession there. Lovely piece of work here. Cyrus on possession, cut out by Yoakum. Baltimore City is chasing. Bowleys. Davis trying to get Adams with a through ball, but it was well read by Baltimore City, and Bowleys returns the favor, and Yoakum plays it to Hyde. Hyde forced to send it down the field. Davis in his pockets absolutely picked, and Johnson absolutely comes in flying to win possession for Baltimore City. Now here comes Cyrus. Cyrus to Aranda. Aranda plays it out wide. Can the cross come in? Austin Hyde screaming over as he watches the ball sail past his head and out for a goal kick restart. Now we have a substitution both for Baltimore City, and it looks like Cyrus making his way off the field and Shrine making his way onto the field. On the other side you have Taiwo making his way back onto the field and Fuentes coming off. Here comes Bowleys. Now Adams running out of real estate. Acosta noticing and just saying play on. Throw in, sent in. Johnson looking at Shrine. Does take a deflection. Shrine ends up with it. Has time and space. Finds Greenier. Greenier turns and shoot, and it's blocked. Fukusuwa trying to make it to the ball. Does stay out for a throw in for Baltimore City. Looks like it's going to be a long throw in here for Baltimore City. Actually, it goes to Shrine, who's at the top of the box. Sets himself up, has a shot, and goes out. Austin Hyde absolutely not bothered and just watches it sail past as it goes and collects. Referee. Substitutions here for Bowleys. Looks like Nathan Ramsden making his way onto the field as Zinklin coming off the field. Ramsden, one of those players that Bowleys picked up in the offseason from Ambition and has been absolutely flying for Bowleys since Copeland. Yoakum. Hello to all those tuning in here at Hammonds High School. We have the second semifinal between Baltimore City versus Bowleys. Taiwo getting to it, looking to play it in, plays it to Adams. Adams brought down. Referee says no foul, play on. Davis keeping possession, plays a through ball in and not finding his teammate. I was mentioning it. This is the second semifinal, who's going to determine who plays Steel Pulse this Sunday coming up at 2 p.m. at Milford Mill. Sanoski getting us back underway. Big through ball here. Goes out for a throw in. It goes in favor of Baltimore City. Already we've hit the 25th minute mark. About 20 minutes left in this half. Still 0-0 here. We'll see how things change. Substitutions for both sides. We can see those substitutions here in a second. I know Avanda making his way off the field. He made his way onto the field, and Adams coming off. Here comes, that is the substitution, number 35, Conway. Ramsden living on the edge there. Taiwo not able to get Bowleys out from pressure. Does win a tackle there. And another big tackle, and it goes out for a throw in. And finally I can address the substitutions here. As I was saying, Aranda making his way off the field and Conway making his way onto the field for Bowleys. The substitution comes at Daniel Adams coming off the field, and I want to say it was number 22, Tia making his way back onto the field. Ball goes out for a throw in here, all the way over here with Mueller. Going to send it back over for Baltimore City. Sanoski under pressure here. Lucas Mueller sends it down the field. It's going to be Bowleys who comes away with the possession. Greg Adams, the intended target, not able to bring it down. Pukasua finding Greenier. Greenier gets brought down. Referee says play on. Finally, advantage was called back. I have a very suspicious feeling that the weather may be taking a very awkward turn here for us. Hold that thought as action quickly got started. Acosta plays it to Johnson. Johnson, oh, lovely piece of work. Can Conway get a shot off? He opts to flick it on. And there's the golazo for Baltimore City. Who else but the head coach is the one that puts it into the back of the net. Assist comes from Conway. Let's take a look at that replay. Conway flicks it on, and beautifully done. As a leader, he decides to show them this is how it's done. This is how we put those away. And now Baltimore City leads 1-0 against Bowleys. And it looks like Baltimore City is inching their way into the Super Soccer League final against Steel Pulse. Vieques puts it 1-0 in favor of Baltimore City. Coach doing things on and off the field for the team. Taiwo not able to control the possession there. It's going to be Baltimore City. Things have gotten lively in the last couple of seconds here. Baltimore City must be feeling great. Bowleys now having to figure out how do they bounce back here, if they can bounce back. Hasn't been the best of nights for Bowleys. Baltimore City has had possession and attempts over what they've been able to put on display here tonight. Baltimore City putting away the chances now, adding pressure to it. Backline for Bowleys. Keeping possession, somehow stays with Bowleys. A through ball. Greg Adams is on. Lucas Mueller comes out and collects and says, "Not my house." Baltimore City now, the one without the pressure, the one that has the luxury of trying to eat away at the clock, and assume that referees are paying attention to that, but City says, let's play on. Conway being so involved since coming on. Very vocal player. Johnson looking for Fukusuwa. Austin Hyde quickly rolling it out to Ramsden. Ramsden asking for someone to show. Sends it down, and Johnson winning possession. Now here comes commentator's curse. I was going to say here comes Baltimore City, but it's Bowleys who comes out with possession. Now it's a race. Greg Adams not able to get to it. Sinowski cuts it out, and now it's a throw-in for Baltimore City. Sinowski's been so great at being able to pick out those through balls and just getting back in time and just disrupting the play for Bowleys. Those long balls haven't worked in their favor. Bowleys is going to have to get back to the drawing board, as every answer or every question they've asked, Baltimore City has had an answer. There's a big tackle there. Referee says play on. Possession stays with Baltimore City. Advantage already passed, and Davis on possession has plenty of time. No pressure. Yoakum gets his pocket absolutely picked from Conway. Conway trying to hit it off of Davis. Davis keeps it in. Oh my word. Lovely piece of work from Patia. Patia doing absolute work there. Still Patia. Patia plays it to Adams. Adams to Yoakum. Yoakum sends in the cross. Finding Taiwo. Taiwo offsides. That is all that play had to offer. Baltimore City can breathe again. Oh, it's a quick long ball. I didn't even see Mueller play it. Sends it all the way down here for a Bowleys throw-in. Copeland playing it to Davis. Davis to Copeland. Copeland finding Adams. Adams forced to sit really deep on Davis. Davis to Kreider. Davis opts to go long. Lucas Mueller forced to hit it out for a corner. Now is an opportunity for Bowleys. Can they get something established here? Yoakum leaves it for Adams. A very good opportunity and a very limited opportunity that Bowleys has had. I want to make the best of it. Adams sends it in. Back post. Contact was made from Carter. Referee says that goes out of bounds, and a goal kick restart for Baltimore City. Substitutions here for Baltimore City. Looks like number 17 is making his way onto the field. We'll get who comes off. Looks like Fukusuwa has stepped off the field on that far side, and number 17 has stepped on. We'll get confirmation of who that is here in a second. That's Fernando Salazar, who's made his way onto the field. Lucas Muller plays it to Da Costa. Da Costa not able to keep it in. Yoakum plays it to Davis. Davis to Copeland. Copeland to Kreider. Kreider's going to take his time. Opts to go vertical. That hasn't worked this whole evening. Baltimore City has been able to read that play time and time again, and this one isn't any different. Austin Hyde now forced to be called into action. Copeland plays it to Yoakum. Yoakum taking the line. And Conway just taking the touch, and Conway saying that didn't go out of bounds, but the sideline official raising the flag saying that went out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Bowleys. Bowleys quickly takes it as Baltimore City gets set up. Carter tried to squeeze it through. Adams tries to take a touch, and Baltimore City says that's enough of that. Kreider. Down by. It had the direction, just a little bit too much on it, and it goes out for a Lucas Muller restart. Let's take a look. Lucas Muller going to quickly get us underway. Sends it down the field. Copeland to Davis. Davis. Now there's miscommunication there between the Bowleys players, and Baltimore City benefits. Not for too much. Yoakum almost allowing that to go into the path of Conway. That would have been a very dangerous situation. Oh, lovely piece of play right there. But Baltimore City just set up so well that really didn't mean much. And here comes Bowleys. Already at the under 10 minutes of play, Baltimore City probably feeling the eternity pass by as Bowleys feels the time ticking away. Ramsden forced to go back to Davis. Davis plays it into Yoakum. Yoakum sends in the ball for Ramsden, not able to find him. It was well cut out by Baltimore City's back line. It goes out for a throw in. Ramsden quickly takes it in. Kreider sends in the cross. Finds his teammate. And now here comes Yoakum. Yoakum cuts it back. Looking to take that far angle. Not able and not successful. Now it's Conway. Conway plays on an absolute pass. And now it's a one-on-one. Miscommunication. The opportunity escapes him. And I was nervous there as there was a miscommunication between Copeland and Austin Hyde, and Baltimore City's head coach looked to have time. However, it didn't pan out that way, and Bowleys breeze again. Baltimore City could have put the nail in the coffin right then and there. Davis. Substitutions here for Baltimore City. It looks like number 20, Tooney, making his way onto the field. Looks like Davis is coming back onto the field. Daniel Adams, I should say, for Bowleys. And Carter making his way off of the field. Storms in the background just feels so ominous. I need this game to not go into PKs, please. Looks like Tooney coming on in, and Johnson stepping off. What a game Johnson's had. Been absolutely just a disruptor in that midfield for Bowleys and picking out some great passes throughout the match. Bowleys has not been able to really establish anything as far as going forward. They've opted to go very vertical and very quick, but it has not panned out this evening. Substitutions. Fuentes looks like he's making his way back onto the field. Taiwo stepping off the field on that far side. And now here comes Lucas Muller to get us back underway. Lucas Muller sends it down the field. Bowleys somehow comes out with play. Adams to Yoakum. Yoakum to Davis. Davis is tangled up, but it benefits him. Now it's Adams. Adams forced to go back to Copeland. And Copeland to Kreider. Through ball here, and Bowleys has an opportunity, sends in the cross. Is there the equalizer? Shouts of a handball. Referee says, yes it is. Calls the PK and a red card, and it's from who? Oliver. The shot came off of, it looked like it was Zinklin, if I'm not mistaken, or Pieta, who put that shot on in the handball, and now it's going to be a PK. Yeah. Oliver forced to come off as the second yellow leads to a PK, I should say. Bowleys has an opportunity to equalize it here. Oliver not happy about that. Now Baltimore City's going to have to play the last 5 minutes down a player. Now it's going to be a Bowleys goal kick here. Or sorry, PK. I don't know why I said goal kick, and it's going to be who else but Greg Adams to step up. Whistle is blown. Greg Adams has a shot and puts it into the back of the net. And all squared affair here. Greg Adams breathes life into that of his team, and it's a 1-0 or 1-1 semifinal here. It was cool, calm, collected for Greg Adams as he tucks it away past Lucas Muller. Lucas Muller absolutely diving the opposite way. And now here comes Baltimore City, who is a reminder, playing down a player. Big switch here for Baltimore City. Giveaway, through ball. Adams trying to play on Fuentes. Now the pressure comes, and Bowleys springing into life for Fuentes and Pieta stepping in. Yoakum not wasting any opportunity, throwing it to Davis. Now Ramsden to Davis. Davis finding Yoakum. Yoakum hasn't had much success on that side. Trying to play in Fuentes, who to me looked offsides, but I didn't see the initial run from Fuentes. Now Bowleys has the man advantage. Big switch here. A touch. Yoakum comes out and not able to save that from going out to a goal kick. It's going to be Lucas Muller now. How exciting this game has gotten. Tyler Reed, if you're in the chat, let me know how you feel about this. Lucas Muller sends it down the field. Oh, lovely piece of work from Greenier. Copeland, however, wins the tackle there, and now Austin Hyde sends it down the field. Sanoski for a whistle, and Baltimore City quickly takes it, wasting no time. I do think there might be rain coming. I do hope it holds off here. 2 minutes left of play. Kreider stands over top of it. Substitutions for Baltimore City. Number 18 makes his way onto the field. We'll get confirmation of who that is. As Kreider stands, Akun sent in by Kreider. There's a second opportunity, shot on, and just goes absolutely by the wayside. Substitutions here. Looks like Cyrus is going to make his way back onto the field here for Bowleys, or sorry, for Baltimore City. We'll find out who gets brought off. Lucas Mueller sends it down the field. Since the goal, it has seemed like Bowleys has, actually a little bit before the goal, it seems like Bowleys has added some intensity to this game, who Baltimore City have yet to catch up to it. Baltimore City, who's been absolutely phenomenal this whole game. You would hate to see it fall apart now for Baltimore City. Ramsden sends in the cross. It goes out for a throw-in, and now it's going to be Bowleys to quickly take it. Bowleys is going to take the throw in here. Does look like throw in is coming. Sent in, it's a long throw in. Ball still in play. Davis sends it back in. Sent back out from Baltimore City, and now here is a break for Baltimore City. Can they get to it? Ball stays in play. Copeland somehow keeps it in play there. Now Austin Hyde's going to opt to go very long. Just put a little bit too much on it, and now Baltimore City is going to come out playing. The throw in here. Cyrus. Looks like referee says under a minute. Fuentes not able to keep possession. Reminder, we're going right into PKs. This big switch here. Cleared out by Baltimore City. Yoakum gives chase, and now it's going to be a throw in here for Bowleys. Davis gets brought down. Referee says nothing. Play on. Now here comes Kreider, forced to go back to Austin Hyde. Referee still hasn't gave more time. Remember, it's minimum here. A through ball here, and quite a few players for Bowleys. A shot on, and Lucas Mueller was always going to collect that. And that is it of regulation. We will take a few seconds break here, and we'll go right into PKs.
Stay on the field, get water. PKs, right? Yeah. Stay on the field, boys. Come on.
Reminder, players cannot step off the field. They'll have to go right into PKs. Referee's going to have a few words here. We're going to take a quick little second, to recoup ourselves. We're not going to take off the video feed, but we are going to mute the sound for a moment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment. We'll be right back for the PKs. Alrighty, and we're back. It looks like the coin toss has been had. Teams are going to have the last couple of minutes to talk through amongst themselves what the game plan is. It's going to be straight into PKs. Last few minutes here for both Baltimore City, and it looks like Bowleys is already ready with the game plan. It looks like they know what they have to do here. Reminder, PKs. Whoever wins it here will move on to face Steel Pulse in the Super Soccer League final, and winner of that will move on to face whoever wins between Virginia Dreams and Los Toros in Virginia. So we're going to Baltimore City also taking the field. I'm going to see what side the referees opt to choose to go on. Looks like it's going to be the Baltimore City side, so Lucas Miller is going to be the one to be in net. Actually, we'll see. Two of the best keepers right there, currently playing in the Super Soccer League. Austin Hyde and Lucas Muller. Yeah, it actually does look like Lucas Muller will be in net first, as Bowleys has been given the ball. For all those tuning in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let me know what you think. Who's going to move through? Who's going to advance to play Steel Pulse? And Tyler Reed, you can't be retracting messages here, man. Come on now. Can't leave me like this. Straight into PKs we go. Lucas Miller, and it looks like Copeland is going to be the first player for Bowleys to step up. Copeland, who's been such a core figure for Bowleys in that back line, is going to lead the way, and he's going to be the first to step up for Bowleys. We'll see how Lucas Muller reacts to Copeland. It's the first time I've actually seen Copeland take a PK, so this is going to be a learning experience for me, as it is going to be for Muller. And here we go. Copeland has it and puts it in the back of the net for Bowleys. Starting off strong, Bowleys takes the first PK and puts it into the back of the net. Cool, calm, collected is Copeland. And now it's going to be Shine who's going to step up for Baltimore City. It's currently Bowleys leading by 1. Shine steps up and puts it into the back of the net and levels the score here. Another performance of Cool Calm Collective, just slots it into that right-hand corner, and honestly, Austin dove the opposite way. I am going to change the scores here just so you know. It is a 1-1 score line. PKs are 1-1. I'm just going to use the score to keep track of it. Adams puts it into the back of the net, and it's a 2-1 lead for Bowleys in these PKs. He just steps up 3 steps and puts it into the left-hand corner, absolutely sending Lucas flying the other way. And it's going to be Cyrus to step up for Baltimore City. Cyrus, who's had an absolutely cracker of a game on the offensive side, has been heavily involved on the defensive side too, but just watching him on the ball has been such a treat this season. Even today, some of the moves he played, we played that replay earlier on when he split 2 players as he took the touch forward. We'll see what he does here. Puts it into the back of the net, and it's a 2-2 all-tied affair. That was such a quickly taken for Cyrus, and he's amped up, celebrating. Putting it into the back of the net. Now it's a 2-2 all-squared affair. And now one of the young boys for Baltimore or Bowleys steps up. Has only stepped into Reese Thatcher, stepping in, what, 10 minutes of the game, and already asked to step up for a PK. Must have a lot of confidence in the young lad. Lucas Mueller with a save. Keeps it out of the bottom right corner. Absolutely probably is gut-wrenching for the young player. But let's take a look at the save from Lucas Mueller. Bash just stepping up, tucking into the left-hand side, and Lucas Mueller reading him like a book. Now we have Conway. Some would say the person who turned the tide for Baltimore City stepped in, set up a beautiful assist for the head coach to put it into the back of the net, and was heavily involved since stepping on as a substitution. Can Conway give Baltimore City the lead here? Steps up, has it, and puts it into the back of the net. And now Baltimore City takes the lead and puts Bowleys on must-score territory. Conway puts it, slots it in, sending Austin the absolute other way. And now it's going to be Captain Chris Yoakum to step up here. I love that Lucas Mueller always steps up to look at the striker or the goal taker eye to eye. Chris Yoakum, a few steps and steps in here, and no fear in the captain's veins. How cold is Yoakum? We'll find out. Whistle is blown. Yoakum. Oh my! Lovely PK from Yoakum, and celebrates in Lucas's face. It must have been whatever Lucas said. He put it and he showed it. No, don't celebrate too early. Lovely PK, probably the best PK taken this evening. And now Sanowski, the defender extraordinaire, steps up for Baltimore City. He's had a really good game in the back. Probably the biggest headache Bowleys had this evening. Will he continue to play that role? Sanowski, Austin Hyde. Whistle is blown. Sanowski steps up, has it, and sends it into the back of the net. And now, again, Bowleys finds themselves in must-score territory. Sanowski absolutely sending Hyde the wrong way. Kreider, another towering figure for that back line, steps up. And again, Lucas Muller steps in to face Kreider. We'll see what Kreider does for Bowleys. A miss here sends Baltimore City into the final versus Steel Pulse. So the pressure is on for the center back. Whistle is blown. Kreider steps up and misses, and Baltimore City heads into the final against Steel Pulse. What a gut-wrenching experience for Kreider, but Lucas Muller absolutely flying right now. The save from him and then no PK missed from his teammates sends them into the finals against Steel Pulse. And now we have Baltimore City, who was newly promoted from Division II, the real Cinderella story right now, earning their slot into the final against Steel Pulse. Last game, these two teams met, Steel Pulse and Baltimore City, that is. It went in favor of Steel Pulse. We'll see what answers Baltimore City has next weekend at 2 p.m. It's the Steel Pulse Baltimore City final. I'm Gio. This is DMV Sports Media, the home of the Super Soccer League. Hope you've enjoyed the action. We're signing off here, and have a great evening.